Ladies and gentlemen, Ultimate Legends, fight number 6 on the card. This is a boxing bout, super welterweight, 69 kgs, 6 fight, 3-minute rounds. First of all, introducing to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Dimps, Gillies.
You know I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step, another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never.
As he makes his way to the ring from NTG Fight and Fitness, Dimps, tell us a little bit about it. Come about it, Scotty.
Dimps Gillies, originally from New Zealand, now residing out of Queensland. He'll be looking to get back into the winner's circle after suffering a loss last month against the very talented Lachlan O'Shea. All of his victories have come by the short route so far, so he's obviously got some power in those hands.
Did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is exodus, searching for euphoria, searching through the mud to find the present.
And introducing his opponent to the ring, fighting out of the red corner, Nickolas.
Niggas wanna see you lose when you're making moves. We bringing tools and any roads, we tryna break the rules. Niggas is haters, they ain't goals, we tryna make a fool. I never thought I'd make a force before I make the news. Having a threesome with some bitches, it still ain't the news. I pick and choose, put on my juice like I lit the fuse. I call the shots and all the killers be like, what's the move? 100 grand, you and your little man, get split in two.
Well, much hype about this man. Looking on the big stage tonight, Terry Nickolas. Scotty, what do you got?
Well, Terry's been here many times. The fourth time he's actually fought in Victoria. So although he's originally from South Australia, training out of Team Cambosis in New South Wales, he's fought more times here than anywhere else. Again, like his opponent, every victory has come inside the distance. So expect fireworks from these two guys.
Too much money and power, been a spot, but you stop, we talking to chopper. Too much money and power.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ultimate Legends, fight number 6. This is a boxing bout, super welterweight at 69 kgs, 6 fight, 3-minute rounds. First of all, introducing, fighting out of the blue corner. His official weight, 69.8 kgs. He's training at NTG Fight and Fitness, Queensland. With a record of 8 fights, 2 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Dimps Gillies. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. His official weight, 69.8 kgs. He's training at Essential Gym, South Australia, with a record of 5 fights, 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Terry Nickolas. Your referee in charge, Jeff Eddy, follows the center ring. Final instructions.
Quality Australian boxing professional style here at Ultimate Legends tonight. As I say, big raps around Terry Nickolas, Team Cambosis. Star-studded corner for Nickolas out of the red. Dimps, Gillies. With Caleb Gray in his corner from NTG Fight and Fitness in Queensland. Breed 'em tough. Home of the Taffer brothers as well. NTG in Queensland. Rocky Odkin also back from a trip to the US out of Nuggets Gym.
Gillies is trying to push Nickolas back onto the ropes and keep him on the ropes. It's not an area that I think Nickolas would be comfortable.
Just breaking range. Obviously the strategy of the blue corner is to get in the face and keep the pressure on. And to rough it up on the inside. Dimps.
Jeff Eddy breaks them up, warns them both.
Nickolas just having the look, hasn't used the jab as much as we're used to seeing from him. He's getting up on the bike and using the jabs, but he's finding the very awkward Dimps hard to manage, hard to find a break. Clean shot, nice jab, Nickolas.
Yeah, Dimps is keeping the pressure on and just throwing punches, keeping Nickolas on the back foot.
He's got that very awkward sort of movement as well, hard to read, hard to navigate for Nickolas.
Yeah, it's kind of a jerky movement. Nickolas starting to find his range now, though.
Nickolas trying to find the momentum, the openings. Dimps is happy to get in there and mix it up. NTG,
Dimps
as they say, home of the
turned
brave.
southpaw now, and
Yeah, he's switching stance as well. He did that earlier. As I said, with Caleb Gray in the corner. Oh, eats a lead hook and a jab. Nickolas looking for the uppercut. Now he's finding a range. Dimps needs to keep that awkward movement happening, Scotty.
yeah, he can't stand with his head still. He's got to keep that head moving. He switched back to the orthodox stance.
Mark the Hammer Castanini, Scotty Brower calling the shots for you in this professional boxing battle here on Ultimate Legends. Also joined.
Bit of work from the jab there from Nickolas, but Dimps comes back again
Dimps,
with some good shots in the uppercut.
It's an interesting fight, this one.
Very
Captivating.
evenly matched.
It's a hard one to read, and the movement of the Queenslander is making it hard for Nickolas.
We draw towards the end of the first round. Mouthguard comes out.
Joel, it's an interesting one. Joel Rule also in commentary with us here tonight.
Certainly is. The boys from NTG are always tough to deal with, that's for sure.
Absolutely. As Caleb Gray goes to work on Dimps, Rob Fogarty in the blue corner. Team Cambosis in the red. They're going to try and work out the puzzle that is Dimps.
Well, it certainly is a puzzle. It's like a Rubik's Cube out there. It's
Absolutely.
movement everywhere, and he's got to try and put it all together and say, I've completed it.
West Central Gym, Nickolas. Obviously a very experienced crew in his corner. We'll have some good advice and good strategy to roll out in a second. This one's scheduled for 6 rounds.
Seconds out, round number 2.
Local trainer Marcus Amato helping in the corner also of Nickolas. Very, very good trainer is Marcus Amato from the Mornington Peninsula here in Victoria.
He's pumped. The Queenslander needs to move the head going forward because he's eating that jab. Keep that head off the centre line. Keep moving. Sets it up nicely. Jabs out. Dimps, his hands a little low. And you can bet that Nickolas is going to try and roll the glove over the top of that lead glove in particular. Tangle.
Nickolas just suggesting to the referee that this is one-way traffic, the tangling, and it's all coming from Dimps.
Uppercut. Threads the uppercut beautifully, Nickolas. Nickolas sets on the ropes. He's comfortable on the ropes.
Yeah, it's not where he normally fights from, so it's interesting that he's being pushed back to the ropes and sitting there. Now he's starting to walk him forwards, walk him back, and land punches as he does.
Dimps with the red gloves from NTG. The awkward stance, awkward movement, erratic, hard to read. It's thrown Nickolas a little, I feel.
And then switching from southpaw to orthodox, back to the southpaw stance.
Well, they know this is a big scalp for them, the blue corner, if they can get it. Dimps needs to keep that head moving. Nickolas will identify the target and shoot it off like
There's
that.
the uppercut. Nice
the uppercut.
punching.
Double lead hook to right hand. Here comes Nickolas opening up down to the body. We'll go up to the head, changing levels beautifully.
Some great punching there from Nickolas. Good combinations. But Dimps not to be denied. He's coming back,
He's coming
landing
back.
big
He
shots of
rallies
his
back.
own.
He's got his own moments in this fight as well. Nice. Switches and lands that left hand.
That was just a completely unexpected shot because it was so unorthodox.
Jeff Eddie having the word. Tell him to clean it up. Dimps down to the body, over the top. Nickolas, that hook, perfectly timed. I think Dimps knows if he can get this scalp, it's the biggest one of his career. He's worked hard for it. He's well conditioned.
Good uppercuts from Dimps. He's landing some good punches.
He's just bouncing on the balls of the feet. The movement is erratic. The hands are a little low for mine. Nickolas will make him pay for those hands being low. And threads the uppercut again, Dimps. Nickolas comfortable to be in the shot zone.
Yeah, whether the punches are not hurting him, so he's not too fussed by it, but they're scoring.
They've got to score, and you don't want to let the scorecards creep away from you. As Dimps goes forward and puts the pressure on. Right hook, left hook.
Wow.
Finished strongly, did the blue corner.
Yeah, Dimps landed some really good punches. There was a really good patch in the middle there from Nickolas, but it was only one sporadic shot where he got a good combination of.
Many have said this was going to be one-way traffic, but let me tell you, absolutely it's not. It's an arm wrestle and it's going backward and forward. There's not a clear, decisive, fighter taking this one by the throat yet.
No, I think it's the unorthodox nature of Dimps that's making it really hard for Nickolas to just get set and be able to get his punches off.
Well, they've come in with a good game plan, the blue corner, the NTG crew. Nickolas is finding it hard to read, finding it hard to identify the target and then take that shot.
When he did land, he landed some really clean punches, but Dimps wore them very well. He took the shots well and came back and then finished strongly himself.
Absolutely. Well, Nickolas is a very composed, clean striker. Dimps, such an unorthodox style, and tough as you like as well.
So Nickolas looks well balanced. He's well, it distributes the weight really evenly across both legs, can bounce around on his toes, but he's walking into punches.
It's an entertaining battle, that's for sure, this one. The unorthodox fighter from NTG has come to spoil the party here in Team Cambosis. Look at Dimps, just rallies with him. Back goes Nickolas, eats a straight. Dimps needs to get those hands up. Nickolas looking for the opening to thread the overhand.
Yeah, I think that Nickolas thinks that if he can catch him, that he can bowl him over with one combination.
He may underestimate the toughness of Dimps. The glove's up. Where's a shot on the glove? Dimps fires back. Puts leather to flesh. Nickolas looking to find that clear finisher.
I remember former Olympian Des Duguid said the two toughest people in the world are Mexicans and Queenslanders.
Absolutely. Well, this Queenslander is showing that he's got some heart, that's for sure. Throws a big right hook. Lucky he had the glove up on that right side because Nickolas is picking that hook timing beautifully.
Just starting to work him out now, isn't he?
He's threading the glove through the guarded Dimps, given the opportunity. Dimps just, it's a constant movement. It's a constant sort of juddery movement that's just breaking rhythm.
And there's lots and lots of punches coming. He's, his feet are, I don't know how you describe the movement, but it's it's effective.
It's unorthodox. Unorthodox, hard to read. The man from NTG, Fighting Fitness.
Nickolas having a lot more success this round, but
it's hard.
Dimps is still landing plenty of punches, as we see here. He works well, and he's had Nickolas with his back against the rope nearly the whole fight.
Harder to read than the newspaper in the dark is Dimps from NTG. The movement, the juddering movement. The uppercut. Threads it through. Jinx, I said it first. And Dimps fires back. What an entertaining battle we are witnessing here at the Melbourne Pavilion on this Ultimate Legend show. Gets warm for the back fist, rightly so. Flicked out that back fist. Uppercut. He's threading that uppercut and landing The Queenslander landing some solid shots in that round. It's clearly defined.
And getting his nose out of joint from the referee. He's giving the side eye to the referee for giving him a warning.
Giving him a warning for the back fist. There was a little bit of back of the glove being thrown there. Terry Nickolas having a bit of a harder night at the office than I think he thought he would have.
Yeah, he's certainly a good opponent, Gillies. He's given Nickolas a lot to think about.
Dimps Gillies out of the blue corner. The biggest fight of his career here on this Ultimate Promotions Ultimate Legends show. We're only halfway through this hybrid show, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and of course, the best of professional boxing here. Ultimate Legends, we're back.
See if Terry Nickolas can change the pattern of this fight.
Charges at him, the Queenslander. Trying to time the rhythm of Dimps is so hard for Nickolas. Look at that movement, Scotty.
One of the things that Gillies is doing is he'll throw the right as a right rip, and then he'll turn it to a right uppercut, and it's the uppercut that threads through beautifully.
And it's when Nickolas dips down low. And a lot of fighters let that opportunity slide. When your opponent's that low and they're in the shot zone, the uppercut has to be the go-to punch.
Having a chat to each other now.
Just putting the leather out, constantly moving, constantly working. Dimps Gillies, but Terry Nickolas in the black with the gold, riding, is trying to find his rhythm, but he eats a couple of jabs.
That's good head movement from Nickolas, but then he walks into the one at the end.
Then he gets good. Commentators curse. Scotty Brown, Mark the Hammer Castellini calling all the action. This professional boxing battle happening right here, right now. Nice right hand, Nickolas, and the jab. The jab back from Dimps.
The jab again from Nickolas. He's starting to find some range. Works the body.
Look at that, Dimps popping, but he needs to keep his gloves back plastered to his head. The swelling on the face of Dimps Gillies is testament to the power of Terry Nickolas. Nickolas again sets himself and tries to get a read on the movement of Dimps. Dimps keeping that lead hand working when he switches to southpaw.
And he can be a lead hand of either side because he jabs from both sides. So now he's back jabbing with his left.
All he's doing is just
now he's off to his right.
Yeah, switches back. The switch hitter from NTG is making the puzzle hard to work out for Terry Nickolas. Nickolas trying to find the range, trying to identify the target and land a clean shot on it, and does with the lead hook. Now starting to put some solid leather, convincing shots coming from Nickolas now. It's down to the body, up to the head, Dimps.
This has been Nickolas' best round so far as volume of punches that he's landed in the round. But having said that, Gillies Dibbs is still landing plenty of shots.
He's landing, he's putting leather to flesh.
His work rate's phenomenal.
Absolutely. Nickolas, though, patient. He's a very patient fighter, methodical in his attacks, but he just has to be careful that he doesn't absorb too many shots that will take the scorecards out of his realm.
Yeah, if he gets too far behind, it's going to be very difficult to come back.
Yeah, he can't wait. He can't wait. He can't wait for too long to land that convincing shot that will turn this fight, because Dimps Gillies is putting out some solid work rate.
He's unbelievable. He's extremely fit, and he has just not stopped throwing punches for, well, we're four rounds in so far. He has not taken a backward step.
It's a massive opportunity for Gillies if he can get this scalp. If he can get the name of Terry Nickolas in his win column, that's huge.
It will be a massive upset if he can pull this off.
Absolutely.
He's a long way from doing it at this stage. Still 2 more rounds to go.
You got to think he's had 2 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. So 8 fights.
The way he's fighting tonight belies that record.
Yeah.
He's he's a much better fighter than what that record would suggest.
I absolutely agree with you there. I think he's putting in a really good showing here. Dimps Gillies. He's come to Melbourne and he hasn't come for a trip. He hasn't come to visit Crown Casino. He's come to do work and get the job done here against Terry Nickolas. Needs to get back to that movement though. Can't be, as soon as he stops moving, you can bet that Terry Nickolas is going to land some solid shots on him. So he needs to keep that erratic movement. It's almost an amateur style, isn't it, on the inside, just chipping away and just keeping that work rate happening.
Yes, just non-stop punching.
And bouncing on the balls of his feet. Been well prepared by Caleb Gray and Steve Wajenko, the boxing trainers down there at Nuggets MTG Fight and Fitness. So respect to the boys for putting in their charge, well prepared against such a quality opponent in the Kambosos camp. Just popping away. Rallies back.
Right uppercut left hook from Nickolas that landed very nicely there. Another chopping right hand from Nickolas.
Nickolas really has that clean textbook boxing style, doesn't he?
I think that's why the unorthodox nature of Gillies is making Nickolas look less than he normally would.
He's facing a fighter like none he's faced before, Terry Nickolas, in Dimps Gillies.
Because Gillies is doing things that you just don't normally see.
Absolutely. Change the pattern, change the rhythm, break the routine of the fight is what Dimps Gillies is trying to do.
So Gillies, good hit. He does keep moving his head. His feet are constantly moving. He doesn't stand in front of you, and then he switch hits just to be even more confusing.
As you said, Scotty, harder to work out than the Rubik's Cube. Dimps Gillies, just changing, moving, angles, head, body, touches everything. Tangle up.
You've got to be impressed by the work rate. It's
volume. Oh, big hook.
Huge
That's
punch.
the
That
shot.
hurt him.
That's the shot that he has to be wary of. Nickolas, the left hook. It's a hard shot that's landed. The leather now flying from Terry Nickolas, turning this fight on its head. Uppercut.
Oh,
he's going to get a count.
He's holding him. He wasn't let hold him, so it's a warning.
Dimps, no problem. He'll take
Gillies
it wherever
Gillies
you
is
want to
filthy
go.
on it.
He'll turn it into a street fight if he has to.
Well, he's now
Nickolas.
worn Nickolas' best shots.
That left hook had danger written all over it. Landed plumb to the jawline of Gillies. Gillies lets his
Gillies comes back with his own.
Overhand right, now switches to southpaw, orthodox southpaw, changing stance. Often. Hard to read, hard to navigate. Dimps Gillies, Terry Nickolas. What a moment he had in that fight. Got a warning for holding and hitting though.
Yeah, that broke his momentum. Geez, the last round Gillies was filthy on the referee. I think this round he's probably thanking him.
Yeah. Swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts.
Well, we are going to get to the sixth and final round. What a cracker of a fight.
George Kambosos in the corner there. That's got to be intimidating looking across and seeing Kambosos in your opponent's corner. But Dimps is not phased at all.
I don't think anything is over for him. He doesn't get put out by anything.
You know what? Whatever way this fight goes, credit to the blue corner and the NTG fighter.
He's going to come rushing out.
He's going to come out and do what he's done in the previous rounds. Be unorthodox, be busy.
I reckon Gillies believes that he's one round away from victory here.
Tell you what, the scorecards are going to be interesting unless something of a defining manner happens in this last round.
Oh, big right hand there from Nickolas.
Nickolas needs almost a 10-8 to be clear on this one, doesn't he? It's so
Yeah,
close.
a knockdown would certainly make a huge difference.
Dimps is tough as you like.
Nickolas landing good jabs in there.
Needs to get back to that erratic style and erratic movement. Dimps Gillies. Terry Nickolas is looking for something that will turn this fight in his favour beyond doubt.
Wouldn't be surprised if Gillies is getting a little bit tired, but he's still throwing plenty of leather.
Just peppering away. Changing stance and peppering away. Nickolas, solid shot landed. Dimps, uppercut as well. This fight.
Big left hook from Nickolas.
Just constant work rate. Needs to just step out, keep that footwork going. Dimps needs to be moving still. He gets in and he unloads, but then he's there for the counter shots as well. Down to the body. Tries to touch the body, does Nickolas. Upstairs. Clubbing right hand from Nickolas. Left hook, Nickolas.
Yeah, early in the fight, these punches weren't landing because Dimps had gone. He was moving.
He was moving, yeah. He wasn't there for the...
And the other thing is now that Nickolas hasn't got his back against the ropes. He had his back against the ropes for the first 4 rounds, came back last round, landed some big shots. This round, he's wanting to walk forward, so he's going to walk Gillies down.
Gillies just roughing it up on the inside. Not holding. They're just working constantly, these two, aren't they?
Gillies has not held once during this fight.
Smashes that left hook again, Nickolas. Again with the left hook. Dimps needs to get that right hand up. Or he's going to pay the ultimate price via that left hook of Nickolas. Nickolas gets down low, will pop up with something.
And does. He's worked really hard here, Nickolas, to get back into this fight.
Dimps, non-stop. Those red gloves have been flying constantly through this fight. Nickolas.
The bigger punches this round, though, have been landed by Nickolas. I think Nickolas' round thus far.
Nickolas digging deep in this one. Big shots from Dimps. Nickolas looks for the uppercut to the hook.
Nickolas' own centre ring this round, which is about the first time in the fight that he's done that.
Big shots exchanged.
Landed as a result.
Dimps rallies back. There it is.
Great
what a fight. Nickolas and Dimps. Give it up, folks. What an absolute war.
Tell you what, it's a real shame that someone's got to lose this fight, or do they?
Well, you know what? I think Dimps Gillies has came in here, and a lot of people are going to be talking his name after this fight because he showed what he's made of, and that unorthodox style totally threw Terry Nickolas in the first round, in those early rounds, Scotty.
It took him 4 rounds at least to work out any way of getting through to Gillies, and then once he did, landed some big punches, certainly hurt him in that 4th round, and 5th round, and certainly finished the 6th round really strongly.
I tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see how this one's scored.
I would hate to be a judge on this one.
You know, because the blue corner could have upset the party here.
If you're a fan of the power, just straight out power punches, then Nickolas was landing the power shots. If you like the work rate and just the scoring, Gillies was just dominant with that work rate.
I think he touched the body more of Nickolas did Dimps, but Nickolas had the more convincing shots. So how do you score it? I'm going to ask you, Scotty. If he lands, say, 4 touching shots versus 1 power shot, how is a judge meant to score that?
It is a little bit subjective, but certainly if you're landing the power shots, that's going to score much greater than little pity-pat shots. Having said that, a lot of Gillies' shots weren't pity-pat shots. He had those big uppercuts, big punches.
They made a statement with some of those uppercuts as well.
So I'm not suggesting that, but he on the inside, a lot of his shots were small. You know, they weren't doing any damage. They weren't hurting Nickolas. So it just depends how the judges actually, what they scored and how they saw it, what angle they were sitting on, because depending on where you're sitting, if you don't see the punches land, you can't score them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a fight.
Tell you what, Gillies has gone, well, both fighters are confident, but Gillies he's still jumping around. He's just an Energizer bunny.
I tell you what, credit to his camp, all at NTG Fight and Fitness. Caleb Gray, Steve Jenko, all the boxing team down there. Obviously, as I said, the Taffer brothers train there. There's a lot of quality combatants down at that gym, so we expect nothing less. In turn, Terry Nickolas from the Cambosis camp, you know, the quality speaks for itself. So A-class boxing, professional boxing here. Over now for our decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, check the scorecards in. And the decision is a majority draw.
Well, I did say it was a shame there had to be a winner,
I tell you what,
and there wasn't.
You called it a little earlier, Scotty. You said that will there be a clear winner? But I tell you what, take from it what you will. But I think that was probably not an unfair decision because Dimps, you know, we just spoke about the subjective nature of the judging. So when you've got one fighter landing volume and the other fighter landing those big convincing shots, it's very subjective to how it's scored.